Dude, doesn't that rip?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.
Welcome back, men of all ages and women over 22. It's the You're an Idiot podcast.
Okay.
I'm Alex Dragovich with my fat co-host, Jeffrey Osmond.
That might be the best one yet. That was good.
There
Put
we
a little
go.
thought into that one, folks.
Yeah,
that
we
was
crushed
good.
it. We're back.
He didn't just go, welcome, hot bitches,
Yeah.
which he's done so many times.
Yeah. Welcome back.
Everyone remembers episode 63 when he ruined it all.
What'd I say?
I don't know, just making it up. It'd be funny if I had an encyclopedic knowledge of it.
No, I've messed up some real. I've talked about boobs a few too many times.
Sure, nothing wrong with that. How you doing, Alex?
We're back, dude.
Haven't
2
seen
weeks
you
off.
in 2 weeks. How's it been? Wow, it seems like only yesterday I was
I know.
getting high so I could talk to you for 2 hours.
You missed me.
Yeah, I
Big
did.
time. Did you get high before this?
Absolutely. I can't talk to you for 2 hours if I'm not high.
That makes sense.
I can't do it.
I actually am off weed now.
What?
I got back on that and now I'm off.
We just got sponsored by another weed company. You can't get off it.
Oh, then never mind. I'm back.
You're on it. He's back on Ounces of Hope.
I smoked a ton yesterday, dude.
During the day, yeah.
I ate too
can see
much.
that.
I eat too much, dude. That's the problem.
You have no self-control.
I'm actually-
I honestly don't eat that much when I'm high. I don't get munchies really. I don't eat that much. I don't get the munchies. I don't. That's not the high I get.
My brother doesn't eat because he thinks he's going to choke when he smokes.
Oh, that's funny. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
So he is just he puts on this muscular jersey, bro, but he's just a sensitive little boy.
He's a scared little Guido.
He's a scared little Guido.
At the end of the day.
He did give up his Serbian, but Serbians are kind of Guido adjacent.
Oh, definitely.
They're just across the Adriatic. It's the same thing.
No, yeah, it's
The
definitely
same beaches, same women, same fascism.
right. Sexist.
Sexist. We like
racist,
that. That's
fat.
actually cool.
Yeah. So, but yeah, that's kind of what I did yesterday. Is I ordered wings, fries. I made a PB&J, and I got.
You're smoking like a sophomore. That's like what you do when you're 19. You're
I
just
know.
ordering 4 things of food during the day.
No, it was like the dumbest
over and
thing.
over again.
Yeah, it was like
You
the
just
dumbest
kept.
thing ever.
How many delivery orders did you have?
Just 2.
2.
Then I ran to the bodega.
And then you ran.
So bad, dude.
Oh my God. The guy hasn't had a joint in a month. And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm so hungry.
Well, actually,
right
oh
now."
yeah. Now, yeah, we do have that new. Who is the new sponsor?
Ounce of Hope, folks.
Ounce of Hope.
We'll do
All
an
right.
incredible ad read later, but they're locked in for 5 weeks straight,
Okay.
folks.
All right. Well, I'm back on the stuff. I got a little story for you, Jeffrey. This is a classic tale
Okay, I
to
can't
get
wait.
you up to speed on me.
Well, you weren't able to open a car door this time?
I did a don't tell in
No, I
Connecticut.
couldn't tie my shoelaces and a woman got assaulted.
I actually double knot my shoes now, which is actually, is that pretty sped of me or no?
Sped?
Special ed.
Sped? Is that a word people say?
You ever heard sped?
Sped. Wow, I didn't know about that one. I got to write that down.
That's what people.
That's a good one.
That's what
That's like
people-
a new slur.
That's
Wow.
no, dude. That's what
Is
people
this
were
how
call-
the guy was like when you learned about Polak? Oh my God.
That's what people were calling you behind your back in high school.
No, they
for
called
sure.
me retard to my face. I want that cleared up.
They were going. Oh,
They were
there's-
never shy about it.
Jeffrey,
Nah, I wasn't really bored.
You're in the
then.
front row class. Got a 99 again, Mrs. Appleby.
No, I was not a teacher's pet. I was a silent,
and they're
smart
like, God, the
person.
sped got a 99.
No, Jennifer
again.
Stevenson, anyone who went to Hillmar, she was the teacher's pet, not me.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't going for valedictorian. I was fine being 20th or something.
You were a punk rock autistic.
Yeah, I was a badass. I would always write.
The
I wouldn't
badass.
follow the parameters of the 5-paragraph essay. I might add 6. I go do my own little thesis statement.
The outlaw of the short bus.
I would always write really snotty titles in all my papers.
Really?
I would always try to make my titles really long.
What?
Like I would write like 80-word titles for my English papers. I was always trying to write little jokes in them.
That is.
I used the word ejaculate in every paper I wrote. That was like the joke I did in college.
Oh yeah.
Every single paper I wrote, I was like, Jesus ejaculated, the Prophet Muhammad ejaculated.
How often do teachers catch it?
They would always circle it, and this used to be my closer. They would circle it and write word choice ?
A great joke.
It's a great bit. I'm not as funny as I used to be. That was great. Now I just get high and listen to yacht rock.
You used to have skill.
Kind of lost the juice, honestly.
Journey.
What?
You listen to Journey?
Oh, yeah, I guess. They're more stadium rock. They're a little more refined than yacht rock. It's a different genre, man. Have some respect.
REO Speedwagon?
That's arena rock too. It's like Steely Dan, like Jimmy Buffett. It's kind of like really polished
Van Morrison?
beach. No, not Van Morrison.
Oh, no, who am I thinking of?
Fleetwood Mac
Jim
is
Mor-
kind
no,
of
not
yacht
Jim
rock.
Morrison.
You don't know.
Fleetwood Mac is yacht
They're
rock?
kind of a little, yeah. Rumors is yacht rocky, yeah.
Huh.
It's like overly produced perfect pop music, yeah. It's the best genre of music. Player, great band. Ambrosia, Ace, all good.
Okay. Well, I learned something today.
Yeah,
then.
God.
Well, I went to Don't Tell in Connecticut, folks, and
He did a Don't Tell in Connecticut, following in my footsteps from only a week ago. I did a Don't Tell in Connecticut.
Yeah, Mustafa's telling me.
And they hated me.
Really?
What's the college there? Yale?
Yeah.
Oh my God. It was
New
all
Haven?
these 20-year-old Yale girls who just, when I said I wasn't going to vote, they wanted to kill me.
Yeah.
They were like, can't I abortion rights? They literally went in the bathroom to do coke because they were so mad.
You think they were doing blow?
Absolutely. These 3 girls went in the bathroom together for 7 minutes in the middle of my set.
Yeah, they were probably getting fucked up.
Yeah. They're
Damn.
like, the only way we can deal with this white devil is to snort a line or two.
Yeah, you made young women get high on drugs.
I did. They were like, we're not going to ever do drugs. And they saw me talking about how I was bubbling with cum till I was 25. And
Yeah.
they're like, okay.
Yeah, I can see the younger people really
Young women do not like me.
You're kind of jarring.
Yeah. No, college bros love me, but women under 25, they don't want me and I don't want them.
Okay.
You gotta have been through a little bit to get what Osmus is doing.
You gotta have some miles on your face.
You gotta have some miles.
You gotta have some real experience.
So you did this show in Connecticut, Drago, and I'm sure something electrifying happened.
Here's what happened, man. I get to the show, to no fault of the producer, to no fault of anyone. AC goes out.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a tight room.
Oh.
About 60 people packed in there.
Nothing worse than the heat for comedy. It's impossible
the AC
to be
went
funny.
out about a half hour before they even started seating people. Or people started coming.
So it was boiling when they got there?
And the fucking thermostat is like showing how hot it is. So it started at like 70. By the time everyone piled in right before the show, it gets to like 78.
Oh, no.
By the time I get on stage, 83. 83 degrees in this packed fucking room.
How many people are in there?
It's probably 60 people.
Oh, you have no chance.
No, and there is, and I'm telling you, like, it's like to the gills. Like, there's there's no space.
Wow.
It's honestly a perfect room for comedy.
Except for
this
one
and
main thing.
I do the show with Bobby Condon. By the time Bobby Condon, like before
and Bobby's yelling and screaming up there too.
So
he's not doing a relax. He needs a little. He can't be that hot.
Right.
He's overheating.
Before he gets on stage, he even takes his shirt off. Like he has like his like wife beater on. He's like pacing around. He's like, oh, pretty hot. But like him and Steve Gerard were there, and Sky Grayson was the other comic on the show.
Okay.
And also Mustaf,
okay,
who produced it. But it was just like, so they're all obviously like, they're like, oh, this sucks.
And you're
whatever.
feeling a little anxious, folks.
Guys,
would you believe that his anxiety yet again ruined what could have been just a minor bump in life?
I had what you would call a classic episode where
me and many doctors probably as well would probably agree.
Dude.
Oh, did he have a panic attack?
I'm full on not having a panic attack, but
he won't say the word. He won't say it.
No,
You're like America not saying genocide in Israel.
It's
you just won't say the word.
This ain't a panic attack. This is me pouting.
Oh,
I'm pouting.
No, that's even worse.
I'm pissed.
He's mad at God. He's not even mad at anyone. You're mad at Western civilization for causing climate change, maybe?
I'm just in my head going like, you're doing the thing that like you do that people don't like.
Is Jeff in your ear like, Jeff always gets mad when I do this after shows?
No.
Don't do this, man.
Because it's funny to me when you go, oh, he's pouting again.
I'll never forget Nashville. Pouted all night. Ruined one that could have been the best night of our lives.
That was panic. That was panic.
He'll admit it. Okay.
That was like got off stage and was just like, bomb went off. Like I was like, wow, I was shook. So this was not shook.
This was you whining to everyone. And did you bring it on stage? Did you bring that energy on stage?
I was a pro, dude. I honestly kind of delivered on the set, and I had a good set. Definitely had a good set, but you know, I just for some reason, dude, when shit like that, when like something, I'm watching like 5 other people be like, yeah, this sucks, but hey, this happens. And I'm just like, I'm so tight, dude. Like my muscles.
You know, that's so anxiety, tight. Right?
I don't think it's anxiety.
Oh my God. I mean, the immovable rock cannot be moved, folks.
What if I'm just mad?
No, you're anxious about, oh my God, things are a little different than I thought. Oh my God. And then you unleash it via being a little pissy bitch.
Yeah.
You don't have to be like going like this for a panic attack. It manifests in many ways.
I remember Condon came up to me because I was just like fucking
Bobby Condon, one of the more anxious, angry men of all time. And he's not mad.
Yeah, he just goes, he like walks up to me and he's like, you know, this isn't a big deal. Why are you making such a big deal?
It was that obvious.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And I like
Alex is in the back, just like, God damn it.
And I screamed at him. I go, what do you mean I'm making a big deal? I was like, what do you mean I'm not making I fucking snapped at him. He goes, and you know, Bobby, like, he's like, I've known him for years. He's like, oh, what the fuck is wrong? He's like, grow the fuck up. I told
2 grown men yelling at the weather. You are yelling about the weather.
I was just...
Drago's not mad about climate change, but yet it will make him have a panic attack.
You know, like Mustaf, the producer, was like being like so like gentle with me and like nice about it. He's
he apologizing? Like, I'm sorry for the heat wave. I'm sorry. I usually don't do shows during a heat wave.
He handled it perfectly, just being like, hey man, sorry this happened. You good? And I was like, yeah, I'm good. He should have been so mad at me, and he was like very.
Wait, were you yelling in the room where people could hear you?
People were walking by me, like the comics were walking by me. I was like, "Is it still hot? Is it still hot?"
Oh my God!
They're like, "Yeah."
You were just annoying everyone.
They're like, "Yeah, dude, it's still."
What do you think
so
happened?
Hot.
They put a big ice cube in the middle. What do you think they did?
They're like, "Yeah, man, it's."
Oh yeah, we built an igloo over the crowd
in there, and honestly, like it was just, and like, you know, Steve Gerrard went up and was like, "Oh, it's not that bad." Got off stage like, "It's not that bad." I'm like, and then
you only had to do 10 minutes. Also, it's not like you were headlining 45 minutes in there.
No, I did 30 to 40.
Oh, you did do 30 to. Oh, you were the headliner, and you were.
Who the fuck? What's going on?
Did he mention that, folks? He did not.
Of course, I was
didn't
headlining
say that. I could have seen Bobby headlining.
Oh my!
I could have seen Bobby being the headliner. I wouldn't have been shocked. I didn't know he was headlining. How would I know this, folks?
This is just...
Wow, I cut to the core of your insecurity right there.
You're fucking killing me right now, dude.
Oh, you did 35 to 40. How many times did you mention that it was hot in there?
I was backstage or whatever.
On stage, I mean, were you like, oh, so
no, because I heard everyone's riffs up top were just like up top were about the heat, so I didn't really.
And you couldn't come up with a new twist. You didn't believe in yourself.
I was just like, don't mention it. You'll get mad if you mention it. And then,
did you call a white woman a bitch?
I mentioned it in the middle of my set when I got like a big pop, and I was like, "Oh yeah,"
allegedly.
And that's new. And I looked at the thermostat, I was like, and it's 83 degrees. Let's fucking get people like, oh, yeah, sure. Who cares? It was just like, it was one of those things. If you got a big pop, it took people's like that was all their energy for like a minute.
That's just no way to perform comedy.
It was the hottest show I've done.
Both my shows in Canada were like that because they don't have AC in Canada. They're not ready for climate change. It's
what?
It doesn't get hot in Canada until recently.
They don't have AC in Canada
in a lot of buildings, or it's not reliable, or it's not good.
That's why you're number 2. That's why you're not.
They didn't need it until the last 10 years.
If you have a summer, you need AC. If you have a summer, you need AC.
You know, but their summers are 10 degrees cooler than ours back in the day. Now they're hot. But
that's stupid. That's stupid.
Why would you have do you think they should have AC in Greenland?
Even if it's 75 degrees out, AC is nice.
No.
Bro, it's 75 today. I had AC cooking.
I don't. I think it's crazy, but we're not going to argue about AC temperature. That's not what this podcast is going to become.
I would love to.
I know you would. The
I love
temperature
to dunk on your
you
bitch
going.
ass about AC, dude.
Oh my God.
You're crazy. Canada's fucked too. That stinks.
Yeah, Canada is fucked. Actually, yeah, Canada is
Trudeau.
fucked now.
I'm glad you did blackface.
Both
you
shows
fucking
were
idiot.
a fucking sauna. You know what? I didn't throw a fit. I didn't say anything really.
Brother, I had
I just did the shows.
I told Bobby to call me after work. I'll have him tell you the story on the pod. I'll have him call. If he calls me like while this is going, I'll have him tell the story, dude. It was.
You do know how to make a mountain out of a molehill. It's not really that interesting of a story, but you did do a good job delivering it.
Oh wow, I did something entertaining.
I'll say that he did a good job entertaining it. You know, you're good at really adding a lot of fluff to not much muff.
Okay. What's your story?
I don't really, you know, no, I said that was a compliment.
It was fun.
Yeah. I actually had a moral quandary for you. I'm not going to say any names or any cities, but something funny happened to me.
Something funny.
So a comedian in the world reached out and asked if they could open for me somewhere. I'm not going to say where. And I said, sure, you can do a guest spot. I like to say yes. Why not? Give a local comic a guest spot. Who gives a shit? But then the guy who's hosting, I said, oh, do you know this guy? And he's like, oh, yeah, that guy pulled his dick out at a mic last night. But I already said he could do the spot.
Is this for like in a couple months or something?
I'm not saying when it's in the fall. It's in the fall.
Okay.
Yeah. What do I do? Do I say, sorry, man, I heard you pulls your dick out at a mic. You can't do the spot anymore.
I think the fact that we're talking about it and now that it's in the ether, I think you have to tell him no now.
But what if
we can't go, actually, let's see what he's got.
Maybe they didn't say if the bit was funny or not. It could have been funny. Wait,
did you ask if it killed?
I didn't ask. I should have. I didn't ask the context.
You can respect, what if he's a short
performance artist?
What if he's a short, dinky brother like you?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. A big piece, not allowed.
You have to support a -5.
Yeah, if it's smaller than mine, then if I whip mine out, then it's kind of a big deal.
Then you guys go back to back.
Yeah.
Be like, ask him.
Actually, you can feature. You have to do the dick thing, though, right near the end. And then I'll come out with my dick out, and they'll realize it's bigger. And they'll respect me.
Oh, yeah. That's how you start a show. Back-to-back dinkies.
Back-to-back dinkies. Maybe a little vulve up top.
Okay.
Why not? And let the women do it.
Yeah, I think you probably got to tell this guy, like, hey, I heard that like you have a really shitty bit where you
but a huge penis. Everyone was talking about the penis, but I don't think the bit's ready yet. No, I don't. I'm kidding. It's a compliment.
Like, hey.
Everyone said the bit's not ready, but you have a nice piece, man.
Listen, if you wouldn't mind sending a pic over. I still want to see your dick.
I just don't know if it's ready for the Toledo funny bone. It's not. That's not where I'm going. But just throwing out a
name. So this is you're probably pretty decided, right? You can't have him on, or
I think I have to say somehow it's full. Somehow I don't know.
Or wait, what about? I guess
I'll have to lie.
Do you think the scene will be mad at you? That local scene will be mad if you have that guy on your show. Then
I'm gonna ask if he's like a bad dude or if they what the deal is. I'm guessing there's a mental illness involved, which unfortunately Instagram doesn't tell you. Yeah. Instagram should tell you when you get a DM from someone. Oh, they're bipolar, by the way.
Right.
They still let the message come through with like, by the way, he's on meds and he was in the Marines. So
yeah, they tell
maybe don't talk to them.
Yeah, they tell you when you're getting spammed, but they don't tell you if a guy.
They don't tell you when a mentally ill weirdo is talking to you.
That would be a nice thing about AI. AI just like if AI can read through your text mess through people's texts and like notice that a lot of people hate you, then like when you DM somebody, then the Instagram tells that person like, hey, this guy's hated.
Yeah, this guy. There's a lot of group chats about this guy.
Yeah.
That would be a good use of AI. Instead, it's just the screen at the convenience store that shows you what's behind the glass.
Right.
Have you
seen
that?
Yeah.
Doesn't that piss you off?
So insane.
That legitimately makes me angry.
No, that's a terrible use of AI. Apparently,
I guess that's not AI, but it's just like useless tech.
Apple's making like a soft. They're calling it Apple Intelligence, where they're using AI to it's kind of streamline some of your more like day-to-day shit. Like you'll just be able to ask your phone, be like if you send me, if I just say, hey, send me the pictures that Jeff sent me last week, instead of scrolling through my phone, it'll just pop up.
Oh, okay. Great.
But like
sick. I'm sure life will be better then.
Yeah. I
think that was probably the missing piece.
Yeah, that can't evolve into something terrible.
Yeah. You're going to want to look at the pictures Alex sent you. Here they are.
Yeah, I mean,
You don't want to look at them again.
Yeah, the way that it's going, dude. The way that like if you start talking about something,
listen to this speech by Benjamin Netanyahu. The government wants you to listen to this speech.
You start talking about Coke or whatever. Like if you start talking about fucking,
and then the cops are called. Heard you were talking about Coke, huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
You start talking about McDonald's. You get a McDonald's ad. You get a Taco Bell.
I mean, they're doing that. I've been doing that for years.
That is such bullshit. I know I'm late to this. The ads.
Such bullshit. Yeah, I mean it is, but yeah, you're so late. Drago, you're just getting mad about the Vietnam War. You're like, that was fucking. I can't believe they sent those boys to die.
Yeah, man.
No, you're just like.
Didn't all the Vietnam soldiers come back? Like we treated them terribly.
Yeah, there was kind of a thing that kind of yelled at them. The protesters kind of took their anger out at those soldiers, which they shouldn't have. Should take it out at the institutions, not the soldiers. Yeah.
That was a big, okay.
It wasn't, it was overblown, but it did happen. They like spit on them, yelled at them sometimes.
Really?
Yeah. Well, they did the same to black veterans in World War II. They beat the shit out of them. Really? When they got back. Oh, yeah. They were like lynched and shit. Yeah.
Huh. I missed that.
Jesus Christ. You didn't miss it. The government just doesn't teach it to you. It's actually not your fault for once.
Oh, yeah.
For once, you can blame the government for a lot of you being dumb.
Do you have any books on like tragic shit that we've done?
Are you serious?
I like to read.
I got a whole I got so many.
I like to read.
What do you want? Genocide? You want civil war? You want lynching? You want not letting women vote? What do you want? I think
lynching would be pretty. Yeah, I think that's pretty. That'd be. Pretty,
You're into that?
I just think it's like it's just like I think there's so much. I feel like the amount of like racism that still needs to be overcome, or that was in the past. It's still we haven't processed it.
Wow, where does this come from? Every once in a while, you just have like Alex isn't quite as dumb as he leads on.
I don't know, dude.
You like pretend to be dumb, and then every once in a while you get digging. Oh, there's gold. He's like, oh yeah, I forgot. There's gold right there.
No, sometimes I'll just be walking around
you
like
forget that you have good thoughts.
Sometimes I walk around, I'm just like, man, shit's fucked up.
And then other times you don't know how to close a door. Yeah, you can't sleep all night because of the door.
Oh, dude.
Yeah,
we actually got a Patreon member commented on how bad that was. Like that she. I
saw that.
I want to apologize to her too, to all women really for that.
Oh yeah, you shouldn't have left it open. Yeah.
That was brutal.
But you don't know till you do it. But yeah, you know, I mean, I didn't think a 33-year-old man would have to deal with something like that. 32. But I also shit my pants in my own living room. So we've all had things happen that we went to bed on when we were 21.
No, I can't. Yeah, won't happen again. Sorry to the women.
I didn't think a grown man would throw a temper tantrum because of a hot summer day,
brother.
Nonetheless, here we are.
It was so inappropriate.
I already know exactly what you were like, and I don't even want to talk about it
And
anymore.
I got drunk later and group chatted Bobby and Steve. I was like, guys, I'm so sorry.
And I know,
dude.
like the first 10 minutes of your set, you were droopy. You were like mad. You're like,
no, I switched. I've been able to fix that, dude.
Oh, you can power through. That's not bad.
I've become a pro lately.
Okay.
Unfortunately for the rest of comedy out there.
Okay.
Crushing. Having a great time.
Drago, we have a thing. Okay, I forgot to bring it today, folks, but a patron sent me, he's a 4th grade teacher, I believe, and he sent me the 4th grade math assessment that he gives his kids at the end of the year. We're going to have you do it next week. I remember one question. This is going to be interesting is if you can get this. If you can't get this, then it's going to be real tough.
Math?
Yes, he can't even remember what the subject is.
Well, I was just looking at my phone for a sec.
He wasn't paying attention to me. Write that down. If I had a nickel for every time you didn't pay attention to me, I'd be one of the wealthiest men in Bushwick.
Jeff gets so mad when I interrupt him. If you look at our catalog, dude,
he talks way more than me. I guarantee you talk more than me.
My God,
those long-winded stories he has every episode.
This is fucking crazy, dude. We have comments. Please comment, by the way.
I
please
guarantee
DM.
you have more airtime total.
Brother,
I bet I say more words because I talk faster, but you have more airtime.
Our comments, like with how you talk over me, you interrupt me. It's like not even.
I also let you tell a 12-minute story about not being able to close a door, so I think it evens out in the end.
It was compelling. Interesting.
It nonetheless took up airtime.
Definitely.
Yeah. So I think we're actually more even than you'd think.
I think, okay. I do think we're overall pretty even, but you have this kind of
I think it's 60-40 for you, but yeah.
That's crazy.
You know,
I mean, yeah, I got good stories, but dude, I mean, I'll be talking. You'll just take it. If you got something to riff on, you just take it.
Yeah, that's what we're supposed to do. You, on the other hand, I'll be riffing, and you're like, oh, next question, I guess. Timmy from Toledo's wondering, what's your favorite Fleetwood Mac B-side?
I think interrupting you is funny sometimes. I'll say.
Yeah, okay. There, the truth comes out. That's all I wanted to hear. This is the only question I remember, Drago. I'm interested if you'll know this. 3 is 1/5 of what?
3
is 1/5 of what?
Is 1/5.
It's insane you haven't gotten it
15?
yet. Wow. Okay. You might do well on this test. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Stuff like that.
Wow. Okay.
12 tenths. What's that in decimal? 12 tenths.
12 tenths?
Yeah. That was another one I remember.
12 tenths.
Oh, boy. Or what's that simplified? That was 2 questions, but yeah.
12 tenths? Like 0.12?
Oh, no.
I don't even know. Like, I
12
can't even.
tenths? You can't visualize what that means?
Like 12 1/10ths?
12 tenths. Yeah, 12 1/10ths, I guess. That's why would you think of it that way?
12 1/10ths?
Yeah.
What's
You can't think of the decimal value that
I'm visualizing 12 like 1/10s
okay
in a row.
I guess that is what it is, technically.
That's what I'm seeing.
But you can't visualize how that would equal a decimal.
This is me in school, by the way, for 22 years.
They're like, well, Alex, yeah, you are good at shooting, though. So here's a B.
I know you had 26 last night.
Yeah.
But
God, 12 tenths. Don't go back to basketball. Don't change the subject.
12 tenths.
12 tenths.
What is that simplified to?
or decimal point.
Oh,
either
is it 12 over 10?
12 tenths.
I might say, well, what I would just, is that like 1.2? I don't know.
Wow.
I have no.
Okay, you got it. That's insane. Yeah, you got it right. You did get it right.
I have to see what it looks like.
You can't 12 over 12 tenths. Yeah. This is fascinating how the Illinois public school system let you down.
I don't think
this is what happens when we coddle athletes. We leave them alone in the world.
I didn't know what it looks like.
Some of them make the NBA, sure, but then a lot of them can't tell you what 12 tenths means.
Some of them are
at
Brooklyn
age 33.
comedians.
12 tenths, my God, I can't wait for the other ones.
Was that bad?
That was crazy.
I don't know. I don't know what the question was.
Yeah, okay. It would be easier to visualize, I guess, but still,
if you said what is 12 over 10, I guess that is 12. 12. It was.
That's what I'm saying.
Then definitely 1.2. Yeah.
Okay.
Not that dumb, folks.
Not great, though. Not great. Okay.
That's true.
I'm going to my sister's wedding this weekend, folks.
There we go.
Officiating it.
Mm-hmm.
I've done 0 work on the wedding speech. Have to do that.
Are you
tonight.
serious?
I did a run through like a couple days ago, but not that much.
Okay.
Yeah, so tonight, that's what I'm doing.
How long is it going to be?
I have no idea. I don't know. No, not speech. I mean, I'm officiating it. I fucked up.
Oh.
I'm not giving a speech.
Well, there's probably already stuff you got to say.
Yeah. It's mostly planned, but do I make it funny, folks? Or do I defy expectations and let my charisma by the wayside and just do it straight, man?
I think everyone thinks you're going to riff.
So I should riff less, though. They'll be happy. You don't want to make it about you.
Yeah, but if it's about them.
But if I'm killing, I will riff.
Right.
It's all going to depend on the first 2 bits. I need a killer opening line. But I want to say by the power bestowed on me by quick and easy priestlicense.com or whatever.
I don't think you can do that.
Why not?
I think
I don't know. That was not the right URL, but whatever it is.
No, but I think if you're gonna do bits, it's gotta be like either in the beginning or the end, but right before you marry them. Don't delegitimize it with
no. Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That has a twinge of this is stupid.
Yeah.
That has a hint of this is dumb.
Well, yeah. Well, my sister actually does. She's not really that into wedding stuff, so
okay.
She wouldn't mind. She doesn't. It's a very casual
I think majority
wedding.
of weddings they'd be yeah, obviously your case is a little different, but it's but But yeah,
It's like heavily like casual. You don't have to really
yeah.
dress up at all.
If it's a crunchy granola ass wedding, then yeah, then I think.
Wow, that's what he's calling my sister's beautiful wedding.
Well, that's what I mean, like a liberal leftist, you know, just a Washington.
If you don't want to spend $70K on a wedding, you're a liberal. It's just a waste of money.
It is.
They'd rather just go on a vacation afterwards and spend $50,000 on a wedding.
Wow,
It's stupid.
Dude, that's so much bread.
It's probably more like 30,000 usually, but still, it's crazy.
No, but just so then, okay, yeah, I think like your riff times are like
Beginning
right up top.
Yeah, you got to bring up a couple stories. I got to bring up a couple stories of my sister. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't do the
Can't do the
one from
getting a
high
blowjob
school.
in an elevator. We will not bring that one up.
Elevator
No,
is getting
that
mixed.
will not be mixed up. I don't know what I'll talk about. I always mocked her, honestly.
Really?
She was kind of you for me. I would make fun of her for being dumb.
Wow.
She thought China was in Europe, and I never forgave her for that for years.
Whoa.
That was like an ongoing joke in our family for a long time.
That is kind of a
I've been a
whiff.
pretentious prick since 8 years old, folks.
Yeah.
Maybe even 6 or 7.
Mm-hmm.
I was always like, you don't know what purple is yet?
Well, you don't know what purple
Like
is yet?
a pretentious kindergartner.
Yeah,
You don't know the color purple?
Oh, dude, I'm telling you,
I already
dude.
counted 15.
I can see you being a tattletale in grade school.
No, I was not a
I can see you really being an ally, being a teacher's ally.
Absolutely not. I was not that guy. I was a loser. Best believe that, but I was not that type of loser.
Were you ever?
I was the kid pissing his pants in first grade. That's who I was. I think I pissed my pants twice in school.
When did you
brutal.
realize that like belittling people made them grow distant from you?
Hasn't worked yet here, folks. Alex texts me every day. What's up, man?
How you doing?
How you doing?
What's going
on? I never respond.
Yeah.
That's not true. He never texts me. I don't text him. I don't text anyone. I really don't. When did I mean, I've always made fun of people. Yeah, maybe. That's why I have like best friends for 3 years, then they leave probably.
So
but it always was.
This actually brings up something interesting. We can come back to your sister's wedding in a second.
Look at this. Look at this. He's deviating from my sister's wedding.
I do want to bring this up for a second. It is about weddings too, in a way. I went home for 2 days after I did Comedy Cabin. I'll talk about Comedy Cabin is actually
in
after
Janesville, Wisconsin, folks. Drago was in Janesville. So people were asking about him at the shows. They're like, "Where's Drago?" I said,
"Where's
he's
Drago?"
in Janesville.
You know, guys, I beg Jeff all the time. Take me out, guys. Take me out, man. Let the patrons see the kid.
And you missed the Brooklyn Bell House show is honestly off the chain. God. It was actually one of the better shows I've done in a long time.
Yeah.
Connecticut was pretty good. New Jersey was pretty good, but Brooklyn, thank you to everyone who came. That was an amazing, and I really brought down the house.
Hurts my soul to know this.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, we got some dates lined up. I'll be out.
Okay,
there.
where's this going? What happened? You went home.
I go
2
to see my
days.
family. First off, parents, 2 days max.
Sure.
Anyone who wants to see their family for 3 days, your parents for 3 days, get a life.
Dead fish and parents stink after 3 days.
No questions.
Yeah.
Is that you? Is that your
My
line?
friend David Freeberg always said that. You know David. He would say friends and fish stink after 3 days.
Friends.
Like I change it for parents, but like when a friend comes to stay with you, 2 days is the limit. You only get 2 nights. After that, it's too much.
100%.
3 days.
But
ain't
dude,
good.
it's just like your parents are essentially your high school friends. Like that's who they are to you. Like you come home and they ask about friends that you haven't talked to in 10 years.
They haven't updated their lexicon or their Rolodex at all.
They don't know. And that's the
You see that guy you haven't seen since you were 18?
Yeah.
Nope, still haven't seen him.
Yeah,
idea. He's still on Percocet. I don't know.
Oh, Greg! I saw Greg got married. Do you still? Did you see Greg got married? Did you go to the wedding? Me and him haven't even.
Guys, I was barely friends with. Oh, you hear? His mom died. I never met his mom.
Never met his mom.
I don't know. Okay.
No, yeah, it'll be like guys like I played like on my high school basketball team, a couple guys from college, and she's like, "Oh, how's he?" And I'm just like, if my wedding was tomorrow, my mom would not recognize if I had 10 groomsmen, she would not recognize 8 of them.
Right. And if you let her pick who got invited, it would be people you do not know at all.
100%.
She'd be inviting, oh, you went to kindergarten with Peter.
Yeah,
Come on, you went to kindergarten with Peter. You don't remember?
Oh, yeah.
The sandbox? The sandbox. Come on.
Remember you carpooled with Mark for 4 years? Yes. I have no idea what he's doing.
Yeah.
I have no idea what he's doing right now.
Things fade, Teresa. I don't know what your mom's name is, but
Anna.
that seemed right. Okay.
Hey, Anna.
Things fade, Anna. Nature's first green is gold. Her heart is hue to hold.
Yeah. What's that?
Robert Frost.
Wow.
Come on.
Jeff with the
Everyone knows
quotes.
that poem.
Okay.
Nothing gold can stay.
Okay.
I almost got that tattooed on my back in college. That was the closest thing I ever got tattooed. I almost got nothing gold can stay.
Man, I wish you did.
That would have been
make
a
fun of you
huge
every
L.
fucking
That
day.
would have been on my like back shoulder blade. That would have been tough. That would have been a tough one. I'm not strong enough to have a back shoulder blade tat. You got to be kind of rippling with muscle. It doesn't count when you just see the bone.
Under no
When the
circumstances,
tattooed artist I'm just hitting bone right here now, man.
Wait, do you work like when you work out? What do you do?
I'm
people want to know.
I'm only running now, really. I kind of stopped lifting. I just run and I do back and core exercises too.
Back.
Like
do you have dumbbells?
No, you lay down, legs up, down. It's like ab and back are basically the same thing. Exercises. Your abs help your back.
Well, yeah, but that's not your back.
It is your abs are your part of your back.
I just do abs and back. What do you do? Crunches.
Yeah, crunches. I do where I raise the legs. There's other things I'm not gonna go down and do right now. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, I just do abs and back.
My sister's a physical therapist. She gave me like 5 things to do, and I do them.
What do you do for?
I don't know what you want me to get on the ground and do it.
Tell me what you do for your back, please.
I get on all fours and I hold one arm up and the opposite leg up at the same time.
Okay,
you go up and down. Yeah,
that is still your core, though.
That's what helps your back.
Hold on. Bobby Condon is calling me.
Oh my, this is chaos.
Oh my God, BC, you're live on the pod. How are you, sir?
What up, AD? I'm doing good. How's it going, Jeff? Or is this not you and Jeff?
This is
me. And
me.
Jeff. Dude, I want you to give a little bit more insight on my antics at the Don't Tell show, please.
Antics? Is pouting an antic? Okay.
How bad did I? What did you say to me when you called me? What we got into it? You called me a bitch at one point. I'm pretty sure,
Yes.
right?
Yes, I did call you a bitch.
So
Rightfully so.
How was I acting? How would you tell our listeners how was I acting before I went on stage?
Well, you were pouting in the other room. So it was to be fair to you, it was a show in some shitty fucking community arts center in New Haven, which sucks, by the way. I thought it would be like an Ivy League beautiful town. It's a fucking shithole.
It is.
You had to get the door to the community center was fucking locked. And
Yeah.
then you needed a special key to go up the elevator to the right room.
Right.
The air conditioning did not work. It was 85 degrees in the fucking room.
Yeah, it was brutal. Yes.
And it looked like you were trying to sell it like a timeshare in there.
Okay.
While everyone else was, watching the performers and doing their job, you were pouting in the other room. And you had a look on your face like you were going to take a final that you never studied for. and Steve was on stage. Steve Malden, a good friend of ours,
Yes.
and a very funny comedian, was on stage, and he was having a rough because the crowd was a little weird, and Steve does a different sort of humor, and they were taking a while to catch up to him. And then he was about at 12 minutes, and I walked out, and you're like. I think you text messaged me. You're like, how long is he doing up there?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I came in and I'm like, he's at like 12 minutes. What's the matter? We're all doing 15. And you're like, and you look at me and you're like, what? And I'm like, dude, what's the matter? And you're like, what do you mean? What's the matter?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you
That's
bitch.
why I snapped.
bitch.
That's why I snapped at him. Yeah.
I'm like, dude, we're here doing this fucking stupid show. Who cares? Like, it sucks.
That's where I said, what do you mean, who cares? Yeah,
Oh,
it was
you're
bad.
such a bitch.
It was so bad.
You were very much like in a state. And I realized because I've had these experiences with you before.
Yes.
I decided to lay off of you that time, and I came back a little bit later, and I'm like, hey man, what's going on? Relax. And you said you just start shaking your head and you go, well, it's just it's a long show, and it's just hard to beat the heat. It's hard.
It's hard to beat.
It's so
like
poetic.
That's some old show business fucking adage that it's hard to beat the heat, and not like a fucking like a car sale tagline for fucking used cars.
God,
it's so funny.
And so the time I called you a bitch was when we were finally all done. And by the way, Alex crushed. He had a great set.
Thank you, man.
And the crowd, honestly, very surprisingly, was engaged throughout.
No, they were. Everyone honestly did well. It was a good show overall. Yes.
Yeah, it was a good show, and the crowd was good. I mean, they were morons, but they were engaged throughout, despite the uncomfortable temperature. So then afterwards, I'm talking with. We're kind of waiting to go, but we're like chatting and stuff. And Sky, the other comedian, very funny, who was on the show with us, and her friend. Me, Steve, and those two were talking in this room, and she was telling us about something some like creepy audience member said to her afterwards. And Alex is like waiting by the door. He's like, bro, come on. What you're trapping them in there. I'm like, trapping them? We're having a conversation.
Oh, you're still worried about it?
No, I was like, he was like standing in front of Sky. And I was like, dude, she wants to leave or something like that. And he was like,
no.
She's telling me a story.
Yeah.
She's actually engaged in a conversation.
When a bald 40-year-old man is talking to a very attractive younger woman and a guy says she wants to leave. You don't put that shit on me.
Oh, and that's when he called me a fucking bitch.
Oh, and you deserved it. Thank you.
Alex, to your credit, Jeff, and the listeners should know, Alex, to his credit, apologized about 17 times afterwards.
Yes.
The first 3 apologies were great, and then all the other ones just made him a bigger bitch.
You get 3. You get 3.
Oh man, dude. Okay, this clarifies it. I think.
Thank you, Bobby, for putting him in his place.
All water under the bridge. It was it was a weird show, but it turned out to be like a fun experience.
No, it was. In hindsight, man, it is fun to talk about, and thanks for being cool about it, man.
Of course. We love you.
I love you too, man.
Buddy. Adios, Jeff.
See you, Bobby.
All right, see ya. Have a good one. Love you, man.
Wow, it was good to see your anxieties confirmed by other people in the world. It's good to see everyone. Wow.
You can't beat the
You do sound like, that's what happens when you play New Haven. You do sound like a look like a test you didn't study for. I guess that's a look you've had many times.
Holy shit, that was funny.
Accurate. That was a final you didn't study for. Did you ever study for finals?
Dude, like that's the thing is like sometimes I really
did cram? Try. Did you ever do an all-nighter?
Totally, all the time.
Really?
Dude, yeah,
you were the guy cramming before every exam.
No, not honestly, man, like I think if you put in my effort into your school, you still would have gotten straight A's, I bet. Sincerely.
I didn't get straight A's, but yeah. I fucked up. I didn't do that. I didn't try that hard in college.
Yeah, I bet I probably put in as much effort as you. Though.
Probably. I skipped class a lot for 2 years. I had a running joke that Monday was the new Sunday. And little did I know we had a quiz every Monday, folks. And I failed Russian literature.
Well, what about high school?
High school, you had to try. Yeah, high school, I tried in high school.
Okay.
I got pretty good grades in high school. I got like 3.8, I think, or something.
What was the most disappointing academic experience in high school?
We had to make a model of DNA with like, I don't know, pipe cleaners and marshmallows and then present it in front of the class, and our model fell apart while we were presenting it. It just like completely fell apart in front of the class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, like all the toothpicks fell out and the spaghetti was cracking and it just fell everywhere. And we got like a D.
Did you get
I remember that.
Did you get the ACT score you wanted?
Yeah, I wish I would have got like 33 or 34, but 32 is decent.
I was going to say, bro.
What did you get? 21?
Huh?
What did you get?
23. 23. I was going to say, dude, my college girlfriend got a 33.
Wow. Women can be smarter than men. You seem shocked by that.
No, I'm just saying, like, it's weird.
A woman was smarter than you.
It's weird a woman that bright and I dated for a while.
Yeah, ACT doesn't really measure intelligence, but yeah, it's a very specific type of intelligence.
There was never a test where you like, oh fuck, like I got like a C+ on it.
Oh yeah, I calculus. I didn't understand calculus. That's where math. I remember I just wrote. This old lady hated me. This Miss Mickna, God rest her soul.
She
I'm
died?
Sure, I don't know. I'm sure she's dead though. But there's no way she's lingering on anymore.
Yeah.
There was a problem about shooting an arrow at the moon, and I just couldn't figure out how to calculate. And I just wrote, how far away is the fucking moon? And she gave me an F. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Well, I didn't know it. I got everything wrong. That's why.
Oh.
But yeah, it was, I was a little brat in high school.
I told the
doing
story
shit like
before
that.
about when I cheated on the math test, and then the next day my teacher erased all my answers, brought me to like the side of the room, and she goes, "Can you do these in front of me right now?" And I couldn't do them.
Oh no, you cheated on every single one.
I cheated on every single one.
And what she do? Give you an F?
Yeah.
Good.
She was like,
good.
She's
That's
like, yeah,
good.
you cheated.
What type of math was this? Was this second grade?
Mrs. Dust.
Mrs. Dust? Jesus.
This was like
From dust you came and to dust you will return.
Sophomore year of high school.
Dust?
Mrs. Dust.
We had Senora Head. Poor lady. She got
Brutal.
so much. She got so much shit. And her husband's name was Dick. I mean, we had a time with
That's
that.
not true.
Dick
No
Head.
way.
Richard Head. Yeah.
Ooh.
Come on. It was, oh my God. Sorry about everything we did to you, ma'am. But
Did you
it
have any
was
hot
funny.
teachers in high school?
Our English, our government teacher was kind of hot. She was hot because she was cool. She looked like Janine Garofalo, kind of.
Huh?
She was like all hot, but she was high for sure when she was teaching us.
Oh, really?
Absolutely high, and like, yeah, would like show up. Or didn't we like drink a beer with her once or something? Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I feel like we did after we graduated.
Mrs. Jones, Glenbrook North High School.
Wow. Can you look her up still?
An absolute.
What's her name?
No idea.
You don't remember her name? God damn, Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones, really?
Yeah.
That's that old R&B song.
Mrs. Jones. Oh,
a
yeah.
great song. Wow.
We would play that
got
song
a
when she walked
thing
in.
Going on.
like we play like on our iPhone.
Oh, that's really funny. Did she like that?
No. No.
Do you think she slept with any of the students?
No, she had like I remember like she brought her husband to a couple like basketball games because we were awesome. And I just had to say that.
Jesus, the pause there. My God.
Everyone came out for the games. Everyone
Yeah.
loved us.
Do you think kids still remember you? You think kids who graduate with you, like, you remember Dragovich? Whatever happened to Drago? He was so good.
Probably.
You think they talk
not.
about you?
I have no idea.
I would love to talk to some old high school classmates you aren't friends with. Like periphery characters, call them up, be like,
I wonder.
what do you remember about Alex Dragovich?
Mm,
Because I have a lot of high school people come to my shows,
yeah.
and they all tell me I was the funny, cool nerd.
You were the funny, cool nerd.
Funny, cool nerd. Yeah.
I wonder what my rep was.
I wonder if they know, or like, yeah, Alex is so humble, or if, yeah, he was kind of a dick. Were you an arrogant prick?
I think
Like,
I was.
sorry, I'm fucking your girl. I'm all state, bitch.
I think I
Were
was.
you that guy?
I think I was kind of a douchebag for sure.
Kind of, absolutely.
It's
you
hard
were.
not to be.
I know, I get it. I mean, I was a douchebag when we got Quiz Bowl Nationals. I mean, you couldn't tell me nothing for a week.
Yeah, when I
Once we got to
committed,
go to Chicago, oh my God.
I was like, I'm the shit.
And you commit like
Officially.
fall of freshman year?
August of my
Or senior, I mean.
start like August like 4th of my.
Plus, you had the
senior
whole
year.
senior year knowing you were going to Notre Dame.
Yeah,
Oh my! You're playing with house money, basically.
dude, it was
Oh, that's a tough year.
really a tough time to be my friend at that point.
Were you just? Didn't you have a girlfriend all of high school though?
No, second half.
Oh, you wasted it. God, you wasted every boy's
like,
dream. Oh
No,
my God.
we made up for it. It was a good time. It was a
Good.
great time.
That's great. Everyone
Do-
loves to hear how successful Alex is.
Do you want to do you want to do a listener question before we sign off? Here?
Let's talk about what we're going to talk about in the Patreon first. Let's do a little teaser. I want to talk about actually a couple career things, folks. Interesting. Something happened at the Comedy Cellar I would like to discuss. It was kind of wild. I'm seeing Dead & Co. Kind of want to talk about that. Caitlin Clark. It'd be funny. I think there's some fun stuff with her getting in these fights and stuff. I
Definitely.
think there's a little bit. And I got a bunch of joke ideas I like to talk about. I did write down Sped from earlier. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, I want to talk more about the Comedy Cabin. I want to talk about the weekend with Gasper.
Oh,
and,
yeah. You had a little weekend in Wisconsin. Yeah.
So we'll talk about that. And we'll answer these listener questions.
We got
You guys
some
have
listener questions.
Some
And you
great
know
questions.
what, folks? You can only answer a question if what?
you subscribe to the Patreon.
Holy shit, seamless.
$3 a month gets you an extra audio episode. $5 gets you audio and video. $10 gets you tickets to any motherfucking show.
I don't like how you said motherfucking there, but yeah, it's true. It is true, people. And if you are a member of the Patreon, message me on Instagram. We never check the Patreon messages because it's a terrible app and I hate it.
Yeah.
Just because there are a couple people I didn't answer for like a week.
Well, I check the Patreon often.
Say Genghis Khan. If you say Genghis Khan in the message thing, I respond to it right away.
I expect Jeff to look at the Patreon sometimes too, but if you message the Tron, I'll be on top of it
Any
too.
dictator. It doesn't have to just be Genghis Khan. Could be Pol Pot. Could be Barack Obama for all I care. As long as it's a foreign leader who rained destruction down on brown people, I will answer.
Sweet.
Yeah. Okay. Now we doing one question at the end, or are we ending it?
We'll end it. We'll do the questions in the
wow. Drago's like, nah, don't give the people any more.
If you want,
it's just their fucking lives.
I don't care.
No, we're gonna do one thing. Let's do one thing at the end here. Okay. Drago, one question from the people.
Oh, one question. Okay.
One question from the people. Or I can tell you, I've been getting into parquet courts.
Oh, we can talk about that.
We can finally agree on music for once.
Somebody actually had a question for you that I didn't write down.
Oh, yeah. He only had all week to prepare, folks.
Someone just upgraded their membership. That's great.
Okay.
Where does Jeff get his Reddit handle name from?
What is it? Oh, it's Filthy Son.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. That's an old school. Filthy Son. That was my name in high school because when my sister was caught giving fellatio to another student in the elevator at the school, I wasn't necessarily on her side, and my dad called me filth because I didn't protect my sister's honor. So I call myself Filthy Son.
Whoa.
That was my name.
You're filth.
Filth.
Wait, what do you mean? What he wanted you to protect her?
Because I didn't like. I kind of like made fun of her and like threw her under the bus. I was like, make that instead of like. Because the little, it was like an older boy kind of.
An incident like that can really tear up a family.
Yeah.
Dude,
and I was kind of immature about it.
We gotta make fun of that. That's like we make light of that. It's a very funny thing
It's funny
happen.
now. It was not funny at the time.
Brutal.
And I was like really judgmental.
In high
I was
school.
judgmental.
If
and
my sister
everyone
did that,
was making fun of me and everything.
Oh,
I was elevator girl's brother.
Yeah.
After all, I'd built a solid foundation as Quiz Bowl co-captain.
Yeah.
And now it all came tumbling down.
When you got Quiz Bowl co-captain, were you like, the chicks are going to like this?
I knew a couple of them would, and they did. But Lordy, they were some of the ugliest people on this planet Earth. I'll tell you what, the people who went to Quiz Bowl meets, that I would love to do a documentary of it. There was this like one-armed kid from St. Thomas Academy who was a legend. A legend in the quiz. He had like a one of those crab arms, but he was so good and he was a legend. He was unstoppable. He knew everything.
Do you think God makes you smarter? If he takes your arm, he's like, you'll remember shit.
I think you have to. You're not going to play sports. You're fucking inside reading. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah, you just got to be smarter.
You have to survive. And he was good. I wonder what happened to him. He was a legend. So was the other guy on our team. God, he was the kind of had cerebral palsy, but he grew hair so quickly. He was the most masculine man I've ever met.
So these were your boys.
He would have to shave in the morning, and then at noon the teacher would be like, "You got to shave again, man."
Dude,
he just would not. The hair, he was so hairy, it was insane.
A snapshot of you guys is like a snapshot of the nerds.
I could find it somewhere. I was ugly, and I was one of the better looking people on the team.
Yeah.
I mean, my friend Sean, God rest his soul, he's still alive, but he just had a massive snot bubble in his nose for 4 straight years. He could not get it. He was always going. He just couldn't. He couldn't help it.
You were the Sinatra of this crew.
I was the Sinatra. No. Joe was the Sinatra. Joe Vaccaro, smartest man of all time. He was cool. He was
Joe
cool.
Vaccaro.
He wasn't cool, but he was cool to me.
Are you guys still tight?
Nah, I talk to him every once in a while on Facebook. He's a lawyer.
Nice.
A good lawyer. He's for the little guy.
Really?
He's a real huge leftist. Yeah, he's a great guy.
Same, Joe.
He was into the Dead Kennedys in high school. He was a sick punk rock kid.
We'll talk parquet courts in the
I'm
excited about that. I'm
Courts.
excited about that.
Okay, that'll be great. Okay, this has been episode. Oh, what do we got going on? What do you got shows coming up? We got a plug. God, I almost forgot. How can I forget?
In 2 weeks is perfect. Go Bananas. Cincinnati, Ohio, please come. We actually already have some tickets sold, which is really sick. Some people have DM'd me that they're coming. That's fucking sick. Co-headlining with Zach Townsend. He's a hilarious dude from Nashville.
He's great.
Please come out. He does the page paid vacation comedy.
He has some really funny
super
sketches.
funny.
Yeah.
We're gonna put on a great show for you guys. Osha Dwyer's hosting. She
hosted
so
for me
funny.
last year, I believe. Yeah,
she's a
was
great
funny.
comic.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be great shows. Please come out.
Please.
Have some
Wow, an
fun.
impassioned plug for once. Well done,
No,
Alex.
I'm a pro now, dude. I'm doing great on stage.
Wow.
I'm really excited.
And you know, folks, I'm not doing as many shows in the summer, but I've got Las Vegas next week. Alex bailed on that. I have Seattle coming up.
That's
he
the
did
one.
bail on that. He kind of left me out to dry. Had to sell my Dead and Co ticket, but you know what? Try to do something nice for a friend. And I've had like 5 people say Dead and Co. The Sphere is the best show they've ever seen.
Really?
Like people who go to concerts a lot. God. Jesse Chiefo, who filmed my special, he said it was the best 2 nights of his life. Fuck. He says it's the best concert by far he's ever been to.
Really?
And he goes to like 20 concerts a year. I'm pumped.
Damn.
He fucked up. I got Seattle, South Jersey. I think Drago's opening for that one, aren't you?
Oh,
Uncle
yeah.
Vinny's. Did you put that down?
I got it done. June 28th. Right?
Okay, in July, but yeah.
July 28th.
Indianapolis and Tulsa and Edmonton just went on sale, folks. Never thought I'd go there. Never wanted to, but this is the long arm of capitalism, folks. This has been episode 124 of the You're an Idiot podcast. 44 episodes, N-word free.
Can't believe we did
depending
it.
on what count you're going by. Osama didn't say the N-word?
No.
No, I guess he wouldn't, but he would be allowed, maybe. I don't know if Indians can say it, but they do.
I think they can.
I don't know if they can, but if you've ever ridden the 7 train, they do. Well, that means only 56 more episodes till we say the N-word in Arkansas, folks. Join the party. Join the Patreon. Good night and good luck. Bye. Dude, doesn't that rip?
You're an idiot.
No, you're an idiot.